Eddie Smith, and this is journal number 6. This one was very difficult, but I knew exactly what I needed. It talked about being reflective, practice, and one of the areas that I felt that I needed to evaluate is that the avenue with foster children. I have actually been a CASA worker. I'm a foster mentoree now, and in the future, hopefully, be a foster parent. So foster children, especially young ones, well, any age, are very, very dear to my heart. And so this week, um, not only in our group setting at my preceptor site, but also in the group setting. She has a foster group of for foster teenagers that's been abused and depression and things of that sort. And also, we have several children that come through with telehealth or in person that comes in that is in the foster care system. So, one of the events that pretty much has triggered me is that it's a foster family that comes in that I can identify as a little foster girl, and she's having issues at a foster home. This is something that happens all the time. Um, my triggers, and it says here, the interactional experiment. My initial trigger when we start interviewing her was, yeah, who is messing with, who is giving this foster child, who had the world thrown at her, who's giving her such a hard time, and discuss the impact that it's had on you in terms of increasing and understanding. And so I had to step back because my experience is that I know the foster families try a lot of them, but then I know there are just like good parents and bad parents. There's good foster kids and foster parents and good foster parents. So I had to step back and look at it more of a perspective of not my personal, but my professionalism, as a psych nurse practitioner. I had to look at it at that angle and um, start looking at it being more trusting towards the client, but but not recognizing that I have some blind sides, that I have some triggers. Anytime someone says something or a foster kid says something, my trigger goes off. I'm like, okay, who's messing with the foster kid? The strengths that I have towards them is that I have a lot of empathy. I have a lot of experience in the foster ministries. The other thing that I have um, is the limitations is sometimes not getting a clear picture. Like I said, it's a trigger. So as soon as when a foster kid comes in, they have my heart immediately. A teenager, no matter what somebody says, I'm like, okay, this happened and this happened. And a lot of times the child is acting out, is acting out in school. And so that's the limitation that I have to work on. Um, your discussion should reflect on specific learning and insight. I think I really kind of talked about that, my insight, stepping back and looking at it as a psych nurse practitioner. Um, and I think that's more therapeutic. I'm saying evaluating and assessing myself with this because this is a trigger and identify something specifically that you learn from reflecting, and that is being more specific when dealing with foster kids. Not just saying, "Oh, that's the foster child. Oh, who did something to the foster child?" Oh, but uh, being stepping back and just saying, okay, let me get all the information. Let me see, okay, I know this foster child empathize with them, but did this happen? Did you do this at school? Is this going on? Or did you other things are going on? I think that pretty much it. My time is run out. I think I've answered all the questions to the best of my ability. So it so I'm glad I did do that because I do have a foster mentoree right now that's 13 years old, and I've had to do that. Looking at this journal, I had to step back because she complains to me about her foster mom. Her foster mom does have a lot of children, and at times I do feel that she is picked on. but still, I'm trying to look back and just say, okay, these are the things. I don't get involved. I just tell, okay, make sure you do the things that you are supposed to do. And if the teacher is saying that you're doing something wrong, 9 times out of 10, you are doing something. uh, Thank you.